Greetings and welcome to smartwatchtics.com. Aren't they beautiful? These represent flagship Android smartwatches, and this, the TicWatch Pro 3 Ultra GPS, gotta memorize that one, represents a different category called WearOS. It's similar to the Tizen/WearOS watches from Galaxy, but none of these are like the Apple Watch. If you have an iPhone, stick with the Apple Watch most likely, but if you can't stand that square design and want a real round watch, these are an option for you. Let's go very, very simple. This is a quick video just to get you pointed in the right direction. We have detailed, in-depth reviews on each and every one of these. I want to contrast WearOS from Android. First of all, the WearOS watches like this one typically have an always-on screen. They use special kind of watch faces that allow you to have an ambient mode that's always on. So you don't have the screen going off black and then have to twist your wrist to light it up, or set the timeout really long, which is what I've done on these, and have the battery run out really fast, not even last a day. It's kind of a trade-off, but here, with the power-efficient WearOS operating system and a thing called an AMOLED screen, you can have this always-on screen, and then you light it up, and you can get the full-color, complete bright screen that you choose. And each of these watch faces have a different representation of that always-on screen. So when it comes to watch faces, honestly, I like this the best because of that always-on capability. Both the WearOS and the Android allow certain things on these screens with your time, like this one is showing little buttons around the corner, and they're active touch spots, so you can touch one of them and it'll take you to the phone or to Spotify or to the camera, that kind of stuff, and that's available on both kinds of watches, so that's uniform amongst them. It's not on all watch faces, though. This is the Prime 2 from Kospet, and it is one of the biggest watches on the market. So that's the next thing to talk about is size. It is a Fred Flintstone watch. That is probably the biggest watch you're going to see. Dwayne Johnson would look normal in this watch. This is a big one. But even when you go to the smallest one, and these are all basically the same size, slightly different case. Let's grab this one here. This is a LockMat APPLLP4 Kospet Prime 2. Again, I have reviews on all of these. They're listed in the show notes. Just click there. You'll go right to the review if any of these appeal to you. This one now looks like this on. Let's talk about a couple of things. Look at the size of the screen. I have a 7-inch diameter wrist, so it's just about right, a little bit on the big side. I don't know, it just depends on your opinion. There it is. Look at the overall thickness while we're at it, okay, because it's got a battery inside of it that has to be a large capacity. Oops, I'm losing my tag. I tagged all of them so you guys could see them while on the video and won't have to keep them straight in your mind. Let's pull up the WearOS TicWatch now. Thinner and smaller. Put this one on, and I think you can see that this could possibly work for a woman or a man, or let's say a smaller or larger wrist, smaller to medium wrist person. Again, it looks okay, maybe a little on the small side. I don't know, after looking at the big ones. But anyway, that's the size of this one, and it's, of course, lighter weight, too. The WearOS type watches, the TicWatch here, is going to be lighter than any of the other ones that we're looking at. So size, weight, life, battery life, a big challenge. What we've seen here in the WearOS is a little bit better energy management, so it can use a smaller battery and get the same life expectancy as the Android watches with the big thicker battery, and that's 1 to 2 days. Except this guy, this has got a 2 special layer screen. I'm not going to show it all to you. just go on over and watch the full review and you'll see that. Yeah, we talked about the always on screen that you see here, and then you can flip into this screen, but there's another liquid crystal screen floating on top of here, and you can have it set so all of this will go off and you have like the old Casio watch. Remember, you put it in the sunlight and it shines and it's black against white. That's a screen layer it's built into this tiny thin one that you don't even see. Maybe it's easier if I just show it to you. There's the regular screen, and now it's flipped into the reflective screen. And that gives you a huge, huge advantage on battery life. Now, some of these other Android watches have set up a special secondary mode that will extend battery life, but it does it at a bit of an expense. It shuts off the internal radios, things like your Bluetooth, your Wi-Fi, even cellular, so receiving phone calls if you have it set up with a SIM card in it. Yeah, I know, we're getting technical. I wasn't going to go there. We're trying to make it simple. Battery life is best on here. It's okay on these others if you use power efficient processes, if you set things up to save the battery life. Now, talking about phone calls, all of these Android watches have a SIM card compartment right here. You can put in a nano SIM that you get from your carrier. It needs to be AT&T or T-Mobile or the equivalent in the US. It has to run on what's called the GSM network. So check with Cricket or whoever else you might be thinking of if it's not the two biggies, and make sure it runs on their network. But you can put an independent SIM card with its own phone number, text messaging, everything, contacts, all that. Like if you just got yourself a second phone. You can do that with these. Same here. What you cannot do is tether these to your phone and what they call Bluetooth tethering for calling. No, this is a big distinction. Now pay attention. If you want to have a watch that you can wear, that when a call comes into your phone, you can answer it on your watch and talk to the person, that's going to need to be in my broken TicWatch. I'm always dropping these watches. I get so excited on camera. That's going to be in a WearOS watch if it's got supporting Bluetooth calling. Sadly, all the more recent Android watches do not. There were some earlier ones that could do Bluetooth calling, but the new ones, no. So if that's a criteria for you, you've just eliminated all of the standard Android watches. If a camera on a watch is really important for you, and nowadays most of them have two. I accidentally touched the screen there. There's a front-facing camera, and this has a side-facing camera. Yeah, this one has got a big bump on the side for the forward-facing camera, and the side camera is actually on the top. Android loves these. And these two have cameras that are rotating modules. This is a whole camera with a flash on it as well. You got camera and flash, and I can even, I think, turn on the flashlight here. Yeah, there you go. With this one. So, and this has got just a tiny little rotating module. That little red thing is a sticker I stuck on it because I'm doing some special stuff with it to keep track of it. But you got cameras. On all of these, there is no camera on a WearOS watch. You just don't have it. Nothing on Apple, nothing on Samsung, nothing on TicWatch, nothing on anything Android Wear. If you need or want a camera on a smartwatch, you eliminate this one. You can look at the Android watches, okay? Phone calling, Bluetooth phone calling here, cameras here, okay? Weight, size, lowest here, bigger here, bigger screens, bigger thickness, bigger weight, okay? Battery life, more efficient here, okay if you do management on them right there. The last category I'd like to talk about, difference between Android and WearOS-based watches, is health and fitness. Now, we slide up here to get into your basic step count, calories burned, and distance traveled, and you can get a summary across the days with some totals at the bottom. And that's pretty much all you've got with the internal pedometer with the Android, as shown here on the LEMP. But look at this one. When you're here on the WearOS, in particular the TicWatch, you slide up and you get all kinds of other data. It can be monitoring your mental fatigue, your energy level, your high energy exercises, heart rate, oxygen saturation, and you can go back over many, many days to see that activity. There's your sleep time, not supported, no sleep time at all. Even with third-party apps, we haven't been able to get reliable, good sleep monitoring information on the Android watches, but you certainly do here on the TicWatch, and that's just the beginning. As you know from watching the reviews on Android watches, you slide over once, you get to all of your apps, you slide over again, you get to your workout area, where you have exactly the same outdoor run, outdoor walk, indoor, and so forth. Not too many of them, a few, down to rope skipping. And depending on which version you've got, some of these integrate with the GPS so you can get a track on a map. Other ones don't. It just relies on the pedometer. But all in all, you really don't get a whole lot of data out of an Android watch in the fitness area. Let's switch back again to the TicWatch here and show you Mobvoi going into Tic exercise. You have outdoor runs and walks and cycling and stuff. And then you have more. Now look at this. All of these activities are supported. And this is alphabetical, gang. Look at all of this. Stuff I've never even heard of. It just goes on and on and on. And each of hula hoop even? I didn't even see that one. Motocross, Pilates, polo. Wow, 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 wow. And this is in all of the different WearOS type watches, I believe, but definitely in the TicWatch line of WearOS. So tremendous amount of activity displayed there. You can get your pulse, sleep, oxygen, and this thing, Tic Zen, where you can get your stress level. We saw that on one of the cards as well. And of course, you get charts that show you averages and distribution. I mean, the WearOS, and this is the older WearOS. Remember, the new version of WearOS 3 coming out from Google will be able to be installed in the TicWatch Pro 3 ULTRA GPS because it's got the CPU that will support it. So, yeah, in terms of fitness, it's a hand-down difference between what you get in the WearOS TicWatch and any of the Android watches. Is that enough to get you started? I mean, we could go into a lot more detail, but I think it's best now to just kind of send you on your way to take a look at these. Again, I've got the names of them here listed, and I've got a link in the show notes that you can go to each of these separately, and of course the TicWatch. Now, let me show you this, because Uncle Tics keep this channel alive when you use our links. That's how we kind of help get these watches in and whatnot. This is a general purpose listing here of links to a playlist, and each of these playlists has all of the watches that I've reviewed that run on Android 10, 9, 7, 6, and 5, all the way back to when we started this channel in 2016, 2015. These are old. You can't buy them anymore. Look at the Android 10 and Android 9. Those are the current ones on the market. It's easy. It's a bit.ly type of an address, bit.ly/Android10watch. We'll get you to the playlist for all of these, okay? Within the playlist, you can peruse the model numbers, you can look at the thumbnails, you can look at the details, and you can figure out which ones might fit your needs. Once you've now decided on whether you need a camera, whether you need Bluetooth calling, whether you want always-on type display, the criteria we've been talking about. If you're bubbling up the Android Wear type, the TicWatch Pro 3 ULTRA GPS, I got a special going on for you. And that is 70% off. Not necessarily this model, I'm not sure. I haven't checked it thoroughly, but several of the different TicWatch models are on a deep discount right now. And irregardless, you can get yourself a pretty decent price and a discount if you use our link, bit.ly/Mobvoi, that's the company, Mobvoi TicWatch. Okay, Mobvoi makes TicWatch. Cospet makes these two. Lemfo makes the LEMP, and LockMat makes the APP LLP4, and there's a bunch of other companies we haven't even mentioned. But this is my recommendation, honestly, if you're just starting out, but you want a high-end good watch that's not an Apple Watch and you're not paying premium for Samsung. I'd look at the TicWatch Pro 3 Ultra GPS. I know it's a big long word, but all of those things are important because they've had earlier versions of the Pro. And use this link to head over and check it out. I think you'll be really impressed as you go through the full review of the dual layer technology in here, of a lot of the other features that I haven't even touched on. That's it, guys. I hope you enjoy what you're seeing here. I know this is very basic. Those of you who have been around a long time, think of it as a refresher course. And those of you that are brand new, go deeper anytime you want at smartwatchtics.com. We'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching today.